Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Buhari has been dragged to court over missing 3.1 billion naira at Federal Finance Ministry. Buhari has been dragged to court over missing 3.1 billion naira at Federal Finance Ministry. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, stay tuned as I read today's news. President Muhammadu Buhari has been dragged to court afresh over his failure to probe allegations that 3.1 billion naira of public funds is missing from the Federal Ministry of Finance. The litigant is the Socio-Economic Right and Accountability Project, SERAP. It is also sued Buhari over his failure to ensure the prosecution of those suspected to be responsible and the recovery of any missing public funds. The suit followed the grim allegations by the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation in the 2018 and 2019 annual audited report that 3.1 billion naira of public funds was missing, misappropriated, or unaccounted for. In the suit number FHC LCS 14822 filed last Friday at the Federal High Court in Lagos, SERAP is seeking an order of mandamus to direct and compel President Buhari to ensure the investigation of the alleged missing 3.1 billion naira of public funds, the prosecution of anyone suspected to be responsible, and the recovery of any missing public money. SERAP argues that the allegations that over 3 billion of public funds are missing amounts to a fundamental breach of national anti-corruption laws and the country's international obligations, including under the UN Convention Against Corruption, to which Nigeria is a state party. According to SERAP, investigating and prosecuting the allegations and recovering any missing public funds would serve the public interest and end the impunity of perpetrators. SERAP contends that the consequences of corruption are felt by citizens on a daily basis. Corruption exposes them to additional cost and undermines economic development of the country, trapping the majority of Nigerians in poverty and depriving them of opportunities. Joined in the suit as respondent are Mr. Abubakar Malami, San, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation, and Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning. The suit filed on behalf of SERAP by its lawyers Kolawole Oluwadari and Ms. Adelanke Aremo read in part: the failure to investigate the allegations of grand corruption in the Ministry of Finance constitutes a grave violation of the duty placed on the authorities to take appropriate measures to promote transparency and accountability in the management of public finances. President Buhari's constitutional responsibility to ensure the investigation and prosecution of allegations of corruption, as well as recovery of any missing public funds, contained in Section 15(5) of the Nigerian Constitution, which provides that the state shall abolish all corrupt practices and abuse of power, and in the oath of office in the 7th schedule of the Constitution. According to the report of the Auditor General for 2018, the Ministry of Finance spent 24,708,090 naira on pre-retirement training, but without any document. The consultant hired also failed to quote any price as cost of the training, but the ministry paid 5,670,060 naira to the consultant. The request for payment from the consultant was dated 20 January 2017, while the first payment voucher in his favor was dated 13 January 2017, 7 days before his request. The ministry also reportedly failed to account for 2,885,772,493 released to the ministry from the service-wide vote to take care of extra costs and other allowances for representing the federal government in meetings and contributions to Organization for Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC. The money was spent without approval and any document. The Auditor General is concerned that the money may have been mismanaged. The ministry also reportedly awarded a contract on 17th May 2017 for 98,540,500 naira without any document, contrary to the Public Procurement Act. The project was not also budgeted for. There was no evidence of performance of the contract. The ministry also deducted 9,354,000 naira 809 as WHT and VAT, but without any evidence of remittance. The Auditor General wants the money recovered. The ministry also reportedly spent 98,759,299,000 naira between January-December 2017 without any document, contrary to Financial Regulation 601. According to the 2019 report of the Auditor General, the ministry paid 20,466,744,000 naira as cash advances to staff of UWIN between 8 February and 18 December 2018, but the ministry has failed to retire the money. Finally, to my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let's know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.